Wrestling Rampage here, back with another video.
That's right, we are back with another video. This is Wrestling Rampage. Today, we're going to be talking about a true legend in the wrestling business. Some people will call him a legend, some people will call him a murderer, a killer. Yeah, I see Dad flipping off the camera already.
Fuck you, fucker. Dude.
This is a video that's been a long time coming. Yeah. This is one of the videos that we started that we were going to do on our YouTube channel a long time ago.
Yeah.
That we wanted to do. This is Chris Benoit. This whole video is about Chris Benoit and the Chris Benoit tragedy leading up to those fateful days back in 2007. Actually, it's 2017 now. In June, it'll be the 10th anniversary of that tragedy.
Yeah.
So that being said, we're going to go ahead and list off some Chris Benoit's accomplishments in the wrestling business.
But it's been wiped away by the fucking WWE cocksuckers. Fuck you, Vince McMahon, you son of a bitch. What do you what you done that blow up you had, motherfucker, you son of a bitch?
We have a one-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Super J Cup winner in 1994, a three-time WCW Television Champion, five-time WCW/WWE United States Champion, six-time WCW/WWE Tag Team Champion, four-time WWE Intercontinental Champion. Remember the Rumble. That's always been apparently they're not going to remember this Rumble.
No, you're not. You're not going to remember it, but we do.
The 2004 Royal Rumble winner at number 1, lasted till the end. It's only happened to two people, Shawn Michaels and the other guy that they never talk about.
Yeah.
On the thing, which is Chris Benoit, and also a two-time World Heavyweight Champion, and that's also in WWE. One-time WCW Heavyweight Champion and one-time WWE Heavyweight Champion. He passed. He was born on May 21st.
And he was U.S. champion.
Oh yeah, I already have the U.S. champion. But he was born on May 21st, 1967, and he died June 24th, 2007. So he was 40 years old, which in the wrestling business is a relatively young age.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people would be like, well, at that point he should thought about retirement and stuff. But Chris Benoit can still go, you know. He was traded to ECW.
And that was a big coup.
It was a big coup.
I was like, holy shit, now ECW's got a good superstar.
Yeah. Like, you thought maybe
I was like,
ECW was going to step up its game.
you know, when on 2007 draft, it's like, holy shit, ECW gets Chris Benoit. It's like, goddamn. I figured they get the Boogeyman, which of course they did. But you know, I thought they'd get someone that you know how they feel about Third Brand all the time. I remember 2008, all they got was drizzling shit picks.
Oh yeah.
You know, oh, we get Matt Hardy. So.
Well, that's all they let them have.
But apparently over the weekend, Friday and Saturday, which is June 22nd and June 23rd, and we're going by a lot of things that were well documented about this. You know, nobody knows for sure what happened.
Yeah.
You know, you can only go on speculation. But the 22nd and the 23rd of June, he called WWE management, said that his wife, Nancy Benoit, and his son Daniel Benoit, who was 7 years old at the time, were sick for food poisoning. And that he was going to stay home with them, you know, because they were both sick. And we have the pay-per-view coming up, Vengeance, Night of Champions of 2007, on June 24th. And
he said he was going to make that.
Yeah, he said he was going to make it for...
but he wasn't going to make the 2 house shows.
but he wasn't going to make the 2 house shows on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
And Sunday he didn't show up.
Yeah.
Which apparently, what was said in the back, and this is once again this is pure speculation. Apparently, Arn Anderson said that if Benoit doesn't show up, something's seriously wrong.
And him and CM Punk were supposed to have a match.
Him and CM Punk were going to have a match for the vacant ECW Heavyweight Championship.
And just imagine that match. That match would have been great. But when we get fucking Johnny Nitro.
But Chris Benoit did not show up, and we have Johnny Nitro versus CM Punk for the ECW Championship.
You know, to be honest, I'd rather gave it to Punk at that time. It was me, but I ain't the booker there.
So.
You know, I ain't the booker there.
There was even speculation about the Wikipedia guy.
Yeah.
That said that Nancy Benoit was dead that day.
Yeah.
And
I was like, how does he know that?
Yeah, how does he know this? And June.
And I heard the police commented that guy.
They interrogated him.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I heard it on the dirt sheets, blah, blah, so they released him. Well, June 25th was Monday Night Raw. It was a 3-hour show that night, and they heard about the Benoit tragedy.
Exactly.
Which some of you guys, well, of course, a lot of wrestling fans wouldn't know this, but Chris Benoit was found in his gym, hung on his exercising machine. Nancy Benoit was strangled, and her feet and hands were tied with extension cords. And Daniel was in his room, apparently smothered to death. Very tragic thing to walk into, I mean, for anybody. And apparently the neighbor that was apparently down the road. I mean, it wasn't like next door neighbor or none of that, because they lived in a suburb of Atlanta, and you know, they lived on a big property and everything.
It was a suburb that was kind of stretched out for a while.
It was. I mean, they had a big property, gated in and everything. But she went in, found all them dead.
Called the
police. They had a big investigation about it. And meaning that time, WWE Raw was canceled. The live show was canceled for Monday Night Raw, and they found out about Benoit dead at his suburban Atlanta home, and they decided to have a 3-hour live tribute to the life and career of Chris Benoit. Very, very good thing for WWE to do at the time, before stuff started coming to unravel. A lot of people came on air. William Regal, Triple H, just a bunch of different superstars came on, talked about Chris Benoit, how, you know, what type of guy he was, and their matches and stuff. Showed a lot of Chris Benoit's greatest matches.
Yep.
So, you know, it was a real good feel thing.
Yes, it was.
For the time. And during this investigation, they stuff just didn't add up, apparently. Apparently, Nancy was the first one to die, then Daniel, and then Chris. So they led to believe that it was a double murder-suicide. Now, in the mix of that, and especially the media attention, the media was going crazy back in 2007 about this.
That's all they talked about.
It was on People magazine. Nancy Grace had to stick her fucking big mouth nose into it.
Fuck her. To be honest, I ain't knocking the Benoit.
No.
But I don't give a fuck what Nancy Grace has to say.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, because that's one person I don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
She puts everyone in the same light, paints everyone with the same brush. You know, oh, he died of steroids. Steroids.
See, this is the one thing I hate about the media is they always paint wrestling as bad.
Yeah, they
all the
always
time.
paint professional wrestling as a bad business.
Well, you see, the
You
media,
know.
that's what the media does. Anything, like anybody's got a business or corporation, and anything goes in that right there, thing right there, in their paper, why, they want to look at the bad side. Well, it's a company, it's this, it's that, it's everything else. That's about just what the media most usually does.
And to be honest, that's why I hate the media.
Mm-hmm.
That's why if I become a celebrity and media's try to ask me questions, I ain't coming on your fucking show. I don't give a fuck what you got to say.
Well, I don't
And
think that's
if I
going
was
to
there-
happen either, but that's not the point.
And I'm saying if Nancy Grace come at me fucking asking questions and pissing me off, I'd slap her out of her goddamn chair.
Well, and then also coming to that to that media thing, days prior to this Benoit tragedy, wrestling lost another legend in Sensational Sherry.
But here's
Yeah.
and I heard
Geraldo.
fucking Fritos, as I call him, fucking comes out and links them together. There's nothing to link there, dumb dumb mustache.
Geraldo wanted.
No, I call him Fritos. Okay,
What do you call him, Fritos?
because he looks like one. I hate this motherfucker.
He wanted to link
Yeah.
Sensational Sherry's death days before
Every time I hear his name, it makes me think of Fritos.
to Chris Benoit and Chris Benoit's tragedy.
There's nothing to link.
There's
You
nothing to
fucking-
link there.
There's nothing to link there.
Nothing happened
You
there.
fucking idiots. And to be honest, you deserve a fucking beat down too, because you're fucking retarded. Okay, I'm sorry. Some of these media people, like fucking Nancy Grace and Fritos, and which is a
CNN.
You know, CNN. You know, those type fucking people. You just want to beat the fuck out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry
you know,
Martel was
because-
died a day before this Benoit tragedy.
You know, it just.
I mean, it doesn't take a
Come on.
detective to
Come
figure
on,
that one out.
Raldo. What are you, goddamn CIA over here? You know, you think you're CSI gonna put everything together?
You gonna do shit.
You ain't gonna do shit. What the fuck do you know? You don't know shit. Don't know fucking shit, okay? And by the way, you could suck my goddamn nuts, okay?
But they Raw had the live hour tribute, the
Exactly.
3-hour live tribute, the life of
Very
Chris
good,
Benoit.
very good tribute to me.
Yeah, it was.
But the next night,
Oh yeah.
June 26, 2007, everything that was going down became apparent as Vince came. Vince.
Yeah, he said on ECW.
Vince.
This was on ECW.
Yes, it was. Vince McMahon came out to a live crowd.
No, it wasn't live. It was on tape.
Well, whatever. He came out there and said that some 24 hours later, this tragedy came apparent, and he wanted to announce that there will no longer be no mention of the name Chris Benoit anymore.
But you
From the
mentioned Jimmy
WWE.
Snuka.
From the WWE. Which, led to believe, that they'll never mention Chris Benoit again. And for the most part they haven't. But
you can go.
this is the one thing that they did was they just
Threw him away. You know.
No, they threw his whole career off the face of the earth. Next!
18 years this guy.
18 years of wrestling is nothing. Like you didn't see him, okay? It's like fucking seeing the Undertaker show up. You know, the Undertaker not showing up.
I want to know, and I just want to say this, what happens if Undertaker has a big scandal like that? Kind of like Benoit. Will they mark Undertaker's name off with everything that they've ever
Well,
done?
here's the thing.
Probably try to.
Well, come on. And here's the thing. 18 years, okay? 18 years just wiped off like nothing,
Mhm.
Well, I'm sorry. You can't wipe history. You can't wipe records. I'm sorry.
Well, they try to do that with Hogan, too.
Well, yeah, you can't do that either, because Hogan done everything in the business. You know? You can't wipe. I'm sorry, you can't wipe, even if he did this or not. I don't know if he did it or not. You know, you can't really...
Just speculation.
It's just speculation. You know, I can't really say he did or didn't.
Well, WWE did release a couple things. You know, they released his matches on the WWE Network.
Yes.
With, like, certain pay-per-views and stuff like that.
And he's on there.
He is on there. They released the WWE Encyclopedia.
And he's on there.
That has Chris Benoit in it. And the one thing that strikes me funny is if you go on the WWE Network and they have those certain warnings and stuff, they have an extra warning added in. Now, they probably took it off by now, but back when the WWE Network first appeared. And this was the warning. And this is any match that had Chris Benoit in it.
Yeah.
Like any pay-per-view that had him in it. The following program is presented in its original form. It may contain some content that does not reflect WWE's corporate views and may not be suitable for all viewers. WWE characters are fictitious and do not reflect the personal lives of the actors portraying them. Viewer discretion is advised. So what they're saying is these wrestlers are fake, and their personal lives are different from the actors that they're portraying.
So what you're saying is WWE that when the wrestler gets hurt, he's not really hurt. Is that what you're saying? I mean, they don't get tore, they don't get battered, they don't get beat, they don't go have surgery. Is that what you're saying? You stupid goddamn cocksuckers!
See, what I want to know about this certain thing is a wrestler is a wrestler. They're not an actor.
They're wrestlers.
They're not. This ain't fucking Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, this ain't fucking Sylvester Stallone and Rocky here.
This ain't fucking.
They're not two different people.
This ain't fucking Sylvester Stallone and fucking Carl Weathers or
Kevin Nash is Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Scott Hall is Scott Hall.
Fucking, you know, it's just stupid.
DDP is DDP. Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know, goddamn. Like, that's stupid.
So, yeah, to me, what they're saying is that the wrestlers really don't get hurt. Well, why is there why is there so much surgeries that you people showed? Yeah. This right here been done. That right there been done on this person. Well, if they don't get hurt and shit, why show that bunch of garbage in, you goddamn fucked up fuckers? I hate you fucking WWE. I hate every fucking thing you stand for.
And the content does not reflect WWE's corporate views.
Well, if it says WWE on there, it does. So I'm sorry. If it says WWE on the ropes, it's WWE, motherfucker. And if it says WWE right there on the goddamn fucking curtain or that they always show, you know, it's WWE. I don't give a fuck what they got to say. And to be honest, that's why I hate.
And after ECW, they took off any Chris Benoit merchandise whatsoever.
Oh, yes.
You could not buy any Chris Benoit merchandise.
You can't buy no shirt, no nothing.
About the best thing you can do is get on eBay and try to find something. And people jack up the prices when they think about Chris Benoit because of the whole thing. Luckily, I got Chris Benoit's DVD before... well, actually, I got it after it, but I got it for a good deal. July 17th of 2007. About 3 weeks after the murder, they did a toxicology where they cut up the bodies, see what was inside the bodies at the time. Nancy had Xanax, which is a
medical stability
to calm people down, things of that nature. Hydrocodone. Daniel actually had Xanax in his system, and Chris Benoit had both Xanax, hydrocodone, and testosterone in his system at the time, which testosterone is a type of steroid. That led to believe the whole Chris Benoit roid rage phenomenon.
The maniac.
Yeah, he
was
psycho. He was a fucking psychopath. Which led to believe Christopher Nowinski, who was a former WWE wrestler, who
he had concussions.
Yeah, he had concussions, and he said, you know, he asked Michael Benoit, Chris Benoit's father, if he can get Chris Benoit's brain to test on.
And they agreed to let him do it, which he did this right here totally free. He did not charge anything for this.
And because he goes, listen, I've had a lot of concussions over the years, and some of them are misdiagnosed. You didn't think you had a concussion, but you had a concussion. And so they tested it, and they said that his brain was so severely damaged that it resembled the brains of an 85-year-old man. That it resembled the brains of an 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient, which Alzheimer's is a dementia where you forget things.
You forget. You're
well. Again,
dementia also. There's some stuff that comes with it. Dementia can lead to other things like behavior problems, depression, and could harm others or themselves.
Yes.
That
could have happened.
That could have happened.
That could have happened.
And then again, some people are like, well, this guy was doing all this stuff so long and everything. How could he act normally if he had that type of brain?
And again, that was Vince's thing there.
Yeah.
You're telling me, if these are facts.
If these are facts.
That he was an 85-year-old man with dementia. Well, I don't see him riding on a plane. Actually, he can still do all that then.
Mm-hmm.
So why? And see, that's how stupid Vince is. He don't go about. He don't go. These are highly trained, experienced doctors telling you this shit, and Vince basically saying you're a flat out liar.
Well, see, you got to come from a.
Me.
Vince was coming from a business standpoint.
Yes.
Also, you got to realize
he was coming from a business standpoint.
You got to look at this.
Well, you got to understand, Vince
also
wanted to save his own fucking ass.
He did. He's like, listen, this is my company. We signed this quote unquote murderer maniac. We're going to distance ourselves from that.
Of course, because here's nothing. Oh, just like he distanced himself when Tom Cole was getting raped.
Mm-hmm.
Just like he distanced himself when goddamn fucking
Murray Hotch.
when he distanced himself when the old doc shot steroids at people's ass.
Well, actually, and also later on, Michael Benoit, Chris Benoit's dad, started going through some of Chris Benoit's personal belongings and things of that nature, and he did come across some notes that was written to Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero died November 13th, 2005, and these letters were dated after Eddie's passing.
Yeah.
So he's writing letters to
he was writing letters to Eddie, and Eddie was already dead.
So what does that tell you? That tells you this guy has already lost he lost his friend, and he even lost another friend, and he had another friend in Johnny Grunge that he was going with, and he lost him. He lost two.
Actually, Johnny Grunge was also investigated for Chris Benoit's doctor.
Yeah.
For giving him the pills.
Yes.
Exactly.
That led to Johnny Grunge's death.
Yes. And fucking he lost two people that was important to him.
Mm-hmm. You see, to him,
he lost Eddie Guerrero.
They wouldn't like
his other friend.
They
Johnny
weren't like
Grunge.
friends. They were more like brothers.
Now, see, was this Diary of a Madman, or was this that he missed Eddie so much that he
did he? Yeah, that's the thing. Did he miss Eddie so much that he wrote stuff for him?
Or did he even realize that Eddie was really dead?
Yeah, that's another thing. Did he? Did he realize that Eddie's gone now? Or,
and see, all this stuff.
You can't. You don't know.
Then there was speculations of intruders.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was speculations about the Bibles that was laid out by the bodies. There was a lot of stuff. That they found a knife underneath Daniel's bed.
Yeah.
Just there's so much stuff.
That you can't.
I honestly think the Benoit tragedy was honestly a botched investigation.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think they should have went into way more detail than what they did.
I think the police. Yeah, I think it was a shame on the police's part.
I
think they
just
did a
wanted-
fucking a shitty
Yeah.
investigation.
I think they couldn't solve the case. They had to pin it on somebody. Well, now, we got all this report from Benoit. Why don't we just pin it on him?
And before that, he was sending out weird texts.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Scar Armstrong,
You
Choppa.
know,
Yeah.
You know, dogs are outside, or
Yeah.
and I heard one time someone was over at his house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he thought someone was coming over or something.
Yeah, I heard about he would do alternate routes to his house because he
thought someone
thought somebody was following him. Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Is this really a diary of the madman, or was
Chris Benoit scared or something?
Oh, was Chris Benoit so afraid that he would take opposite ways just to get home, to keep from being
Or was someone
seen?
really after him?
Or was somebody really wanting to kill Benoit?
You know, you don't know.
You don't know. Here, I'm going to say it straight to you right here, right down the middle here. The only people that know what really happened was his wife, his son, and him. Nobody really knows what took place in that house. Now, you people
I
can
heard about
speculate.
marriage issues between Nancy and Chris.
I heard that she wanted a divorce.
Yes.
There's just a lot of factors in there that. And hell, some of the media even lied.
Yeah.
Flat out lied, like Nancy Big Mouth fucking Grace lied.
Yeah, some of the
She said that Daniel had X factor or something, which is a form of mental retardation, and even Nancy's sister
said that's a lie.
That's a lie. She had Daniel's medical reports. He had no mental retardation whatsoever.
There was nothing wrong with him.
That kid, there wasn't nothing wrong with him because
that's the thing.
Nancy's sister had to report on Daniel.
Yeah, if you want to,
he was not mental retarded.
If you want to go more in depth about it, you can go on Talk Is Jericho and watch and listen to the with Nancy's
sister.
She'll tell you everything, you know.
So,
she said how Chris Benoit was a nice guy and how and everything else.
So I mean,
you don't know
exactly. I mean, and people paint Chris Benoit so bad with the hate brush.
Yeah,
that he did all this stuff.
How do you know?
You know, was he in his right frame of mind? Was there
someone really after him?
Was somebody after him? Was there some type of different issues?
And I heard that Dave Taylor was going over there one time. I think him and his family went over there because he heard they were sick and wanted to give them some food. I guess they didn't answer the door.
Or was something else political took place at that house? Wasn't there somebody else there? Was there somebody else there that really committed a murder? But the police didn't want to waste time to investigate everything.
I kind of think the police did a bad investigation.
Was there a police botched investigation? Was Chris Benoit going crazy? Was there a marriage dispute between him and Nancy, and maybe he killed her on accident and said, fuck it, I'm gonna kill the son, I'm gonna hang myself in shame. Blah blah blah. Nobody really knows about what happened.
But here's the thing: they don't want to talk about Chris Benoit. As I recall, wasn't Jimmy Snuka a murderer?
Yeah,
you better know it.
R.I.P. to Superfly, by the way.
I'm not knocking Jimmy. I'm just saying, wasn't he convicted?
Facts are facts.
Facts are facts.
We're just going to set the record straight here about what we're going to set the record straight here about what we think, or I don't know.
I'm just showing
I don't know about these guys, but what I think about WWE.